I've been busy this morning dropping off the kiddos. We are still in the Arctic freeze up here. Hold on, I'm just going to put on a little bit of lipstick here. Let's get this going like this. Boom. All right, let's get into this. Let's see what you all have on your radars. We've got silver killing it again today. We've got USO. We have Tsla. We have Meta. Oh. We have Meta. We have Microsoft to the downside. Bonjour, Julie. Ça va? Everything good? We have GLW as well here. Second day after earnings. We have Now pulling back. We have STM pulling back. We have Las Vegas Sands pulling back. We have Whirlpool pulling back. We have so many movers today. Super. All right, let's check on UVXY. Let me turn on the tunes because I'm needing some tunes. I'm going to be wrapping it up in about 25 minutes. Had a busy morning. Let's see, what were we listening to yesterday? I really liked the music that we were listening to yesterday. Let's do energizing. How about that? Done. All right, let's get into UVXY. Where's my UVXY? Right here. Let's check this out. What do we have going on? A little bit of fear in on the day. 36.31, VXX, next one down on the list over here. 26.27, they've moved up their position. And big money's below us, UVIX. UVIX 542. And we are at 571. All right, we're starting to see some redness. Does that mean that we're going to have some selling today? Well, it's redness on fear. Doesn't look like we have it on the indexes yet, so we're not getting the full caution. Let's be fearful. We're still getting green signals on the indexes for now, right? For now, this is 66, 68 up here. And we are at 62, 66, so a nice green there. SRTY. Remember, these are inverse indicators I use as analysis. I'm not looking to trade these because they are typically always going to the downside. So we have a little bit of a red signal there on the Russell. The Russell does tend to lead sell-offs as well. In tracking these, we see that the Dow is giving us a bit of a red signal. What you saying to us here, Dow and Russell? Is it time to watch for selling on the Qs and the SPY because we see that these other two are dropping? Let's also check it out with Moby Trading. I'm going to put this in the chat too as well. So I absolutely love Moby. This is one of my favorite for the institutional trading, right? That is the link if you guys want to check it out. So what are we looking at truly, right? What are we looking at for the SPY? What are we looking at? Yesterday, we saw 652 million, 1.9 billion on the SPY, 695.53. When we come over here, let's check it out on our chart. Where is that lying for 695.53? All right. Where did we close? Was that late from yesterday, the day prior? Closed 695. Yeah, probably 53 right there. It's not where we opened, but the low of the day. So it looks like they bought back here. However, I'd be aware if we drop below, great day, Chavo. If we drop below, I have to tell you, in the on trade the pool, every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, potentially adding swing trading show 1 to 2. What do you guys think? Would you join me at 1 to 2 p.m. for potential swing trades? Let me know. Put it in the chat. Let's grab that link too, so that when it's time for me to jump on over, we are ready. Make sure this is on mute, and it is. All right, great. So when I have to jump on over, I'll put that on. So getting mixed signals here. Let's also check the big money levels over here. So this one just was from yesterday. We can get rid of that. 490.80. Ooh, they have dropped it. Look at that. 490.83. We can see positioning happening right here. Is this distribution or accumulation? We will know with subsequent price action, right? Great day, Glenn. Great day. So I have to tell you, DBB was somebody was a stock that Taki called out, and this has aluminum and copper in it. A lot of copper futures. Copper is on its way up. Aluminum futures are on the way up. So got into this yesterday, up a nice almost 4% already on that trade. Those are consumer metals, basically like silver. Silver is being consumed in industrials. Copper and aluminum are as well. Aluminum siding. If you need aluminum siding for your house, guess what? It is going to be at an all-time high, because look at this chart. Look at the chart for the aluminum futures. So if you have a thought of putting aluminum on your house, well, there you go. It's going to be more expensive. It's going to be more expensive at the grocery store too. Do I ever post on Telegram? No, I do not post on Telegram. Anybody that's on there posing as me is a scammer. So do not fall for anything on Telegram. I am on Instagram. I am on Twitch, LinkedIn. I have a TikTok, but I don't post stock stuff over there. It's personal stuff. All right. So aluminum is moving higher. HG, copper futures. Copper futures are killing it. So when we see this, this is why DBB is moving to the upside, right? It's likely going to move even higher. All right, just a side note there. Let's look at the Qs. Let's look at the Qs levels. Trump slams Powell over rates to national security, says federal policy is costing U.S. hundreds of billions of dollars. Was it just Powell, or has that been set up? Oh, wait, since his administration last time. But he was always fighting with Powell, wasn't he? Always. All right, let's go here. The big money level over here, 263.93. So yeah, starting to see a little bit of selling there. We're seeing it on the Dow, ONDS. Yeah, we'll check it out. USO, killing it. Killing it. All right, this is just one I threw on for a video I did. All right, 692.10. Also, I have, Julie went through the course. I am producing the 22-hour Master Trader Builder course in process right now, in recording. So stay tuned for the release. The pre-sale will be going live next Friday, and full-on sales happening on Sunday, the 8th of February. All right. Okay, let's get into it. Let's start looking at stocks. Let's also look at crypto, fear, and greed. What do we have over here? 38. We're going to have a big moving day in crypto. I have not checked coin at all, so we're going to put coin over here. And MicroStrategy. 63. All right, I think we're going to see a top today on the SPY. Or we're going to see a reversal, in the open. So get ready. Get ready. All right, let's get into it. Let's rock through the stocks, and then if I have time, we'll continue on into the index, into crypto. All right, SLV, killing it. Let's go to our daily short volumes here as well. Let's check this out. SLV, 51% short. Let's go to USO. Who tried to short it at the top? 51% there. Let's go to Tsla. 44% short. I also need to tweet out what we are covering. 38%. All right. Shovel saying, I sold physical silver yesterday at 97 an ounce. I called 4 facilities and they said the refineries are not accepting any more silver at this time. Right. They're inundated. They're trying to catch up because they're all making crazy money with this. But they can only produce so much so quickly. So that's going to create a scenario where you will have a top, because at a certain price, everybody wants to sell at that price, right? So right now, this was on from my video yesterday. The big money level from January 1st or 2nd is 83.01. That's why I have rotated into oil, also a seasonal trade. 538 million here. I need to see what the float is for Wall Street Journal, stock float, USO. I want to say it's 13 million, something small like that. That's not it. Is that it? How come they don't have the float? Shares outstanding 14 million. Okay, this is a low float, which is why it can run when it gets squeezed. All right, USO daily point of control from January. Look at this skyrocket. I mean, I saw this break and I tell Netflix to turn green for once, please. All right, retire on dividends. You know, they were the first in this streaming space, and yeah, they're not the only ones anymore. So they also had everybody that was joining in on sharing their feeds, right? Let's bring this back to January 2nd here. All right, so January 2nd, 73.49. We are nicely above that. I got in at 73.67 or 87. I don't remember. Either one, 20 cents difference. So not too shabby from where we are now. I did announce it, I think, on my live stream. 446.46, but we had earnings last night. You can see there is 2 quarters right there. Where is it now? 444. Look at that. 44.488. I like that. I like it. I like it a lot. All right. 2.8, 2.3. Please forget that one. 2.39 billion. Let's go to Meta. Really, I have no power. I can just tell you what the big guys have done. Does that help? All right. Meta, big guys. Big guy. Big guy. SpongeBob SquarePants. Oh, kids. All right. Let's bring this. I want to see, where is it? It's down here. 669.33. What's all with these double digits, eh? 66.933. And that is how many in the float? 2.18 billion. All right, GLW, we're 844. GLW from earnings, it didn't stick. I guess it didn't stick yesterday. Well, we'll just have to put it right back on. Okay, down at 104.25. 707 million. All right, so this is a bold. This is not. Let's go to Microsoft. Microsoft earnings dump. Are these dumps to buy it and take it higher? Or is this the beginning of the downward move that we're getting the red signals over here? Microsoft is part of the bigger stocks. Okay, adjust drawings. So we have now, ServiceNow, 1.3 billion. Are we seeing a pattern? 122.14. STM as well. All right, let's go forward here. STM. We had earnings this morning. 28.29. Sorry, 28.91. Oh, just changed. 28.89. 892 million. Las Vegas Sands. Or as we've been talking about it in Trade the Pool, Macau Sands, as in China. The halts are because she suspects a crash soon. What halts? What are you talking about? Who? The ones that... Oh, no, I actually post that every day. R3 drift. I post that every day. I've been doing that pretty much every day since 2020. Gotcha, I understand what you're saying. So I post that every day as part of my prep work. Why? Because I saw that they came into play. They've only actually ever come into play once, and that was March of 2020. However, I do prepare for it every day. Super simple, easy to prep for it, and then we just know, hey, if the market hits this level, it's going to halt. It takes 30 seconds. I have it done in a spreadsheet. So good call, but it's not just because I think it's going to crash. When I start to see that we have the inverse indicator saying, hey, we're going to have a crash, that's when I pay more attention to it. All right, let's get into the silver potential trade setup for today. The bigger money is down below us at 83.01 for the beginning of the year. I do like to do it quarterly. Below that, we've got it all the way down here at 44. So we have big money in on silver. Let's see, what are we going to look at for a potential trade setup? If we pop it right over here, 108.50, we've got 65 cents like that as a potential long. I'm going to be talking pretty fast because I got a lot to get through in the next 7 minutes before I'm on Trade the Pool. You are welcome to jump on over and join me over there. I will post up the link so that we can continue this on to Trade the Pool. All right, let's go to USO. So we see that the commodities are moving up. Pretty much all the commodities. I want to say a big shout out to Taku or Taki, or I don't know how to say his name, but he said, hey, you like metals? Check out DBB, Delta Bravo Bravo. Good trading setup there. And thank you. I'm up 3% overnight on that trade. Can't complain. But that's also understanding the commodities and understanding the run and why it is happening. All right. USO levels as well, 78.5 and 79. Seasonality in play with oil at the moment. Looking for 10% gains on the name. So I'm looking for up to roughly 69. Sorry, let's go back. USO. Looking for, 10%, but now we've broken this out. So I would say up to 80 right here. You know, I did a segment for Angela Miles. I really hope that it that it goes soon, because that was timely, because it's just ripping to the upside with all the shorts. We have a downward trend breakout of the oil futures. Let's check out Tesla earnings over here. All right, Tesla, I don't really care what the news said. Where are the big guys? Right now, the big guys are up here at 444.88 from earnings. As much as you could definitely rock a mean reversion or a retracement trade up to roughly the 445 level, but I would not do a long swing until up above 447. My opinion, do with it what you will. 425 does tend to be a bounce zone. So let's put it 437 for a potential short there. You got $1 below 436 would be better. Right now, I'm going to say 437 and 441. We have 3/4 of selling above us. Don't, in my opinion, don't get sucked in. Reminder, I have been in the trading world for 26 years, and I was originally a swing trader, day trader, started back 11 years ago. So this is my personal opinion. Do with it what you will. Trade with proper risk management. No, there are varying degrees of risk in all trading instruments, and no past performance is indicative of future performance. But when you follow the 80% of the institutional traders, you have a pretty good support behind you with 80% of the market at your back. So just follow the big guys, right? And my trading course will be coming out. Pre-sale goes live next Friday. In the process of recording it now. Been teaching for over 6 years. Julie is one of the students. What do you think, Julie? Totally worth it. Are you still here, Julie? Reste ici? Uno. All right. It is all in English. Maybe there's one day where I could do it in Spanish and in French. Maybe I could have Julie help me with the French version. She could translate it. You could do voiceovers, Julie. What do you think? All right, we've got a Microsoft here. I had a Microsoft retracement target of pulling back all the way down here, 391. I feel like they're not done with their downward move. We got 3 more minutes before I jump over to trade the pool. So let's keep it moving. All right. Over here, let's put it right here. 452, 455. 452 and 450. What am I talking about? 445 and 452. There we go. Let's go to now. Oh, you know what? I didn't tweet out what I covered. Hold on. Hold on one darn second here. Let me grab the stream, pin it, pin, boom, boom. Put it here. All right, I already have, let's just go quick. SLV, USO, Tesla, Meta, GLW, Microsoft, Now, STM, LVS, WHR, ONDS, I'm getting to it, don't worry, I didn't forget about you. MSTR, and here we go, copy, and we paste that there, boom. All right, let's try it again. There we go, there we go. All right, let's look at now. Do I have lines on the chart? I do. Let's put this one at 17, ooh, cancel. 117. And we'll call it 119. We can always adjust it. Alrighty, alrighty. You're here. All right, Julie. How's the trading going? Is it hard with flying? Waiting for part 2, the deuxième. That's going to come after part 1. Let me get part 1 done first. 117, 119.50. Julie, you know what? Send me anything that you think that I need to highlight, that maybe you felt like you didn't understand completely, because I want to take feedback so that I can help the most I can, right? So if there's anything that you have now, what, you finished 6 months ago? Was it 6 months ago already? All right, so STM earnings, I'm going to put it down here, 28. The long trade I don't really like on STM, 31. Put it down here, gives you 30 cents. Yeah, 31. 30, 29.30 there. Let's go through this. 28 and 29.30. I'm going to do Las Vegas Sands. Let's do ONDS. ONDS for the shovel. We have a nice flag forming over here. On ONDS, we had a little bit of a fake out breakout yesterday. And today, this is pretty narrow because it's just a lower priced stock, right? We can see that bigger money is hanging out at 12.33. So I put it down below 12.25. You can see it's 7 cents, 10 cents. The opportunities are not as large. And I would say we have to go above pivot here. So I'm going to put up above 12.55 for ONDS. That one's for you, Shovel. You got it. Let's do NEE. Let's look at Coin MicroStrategy. And then I'm going to jump on over. I'll give you guys the link and you all can join me. NE has no volume there, Glenn. Does look like a dark cloud cover here. Risk is back down to 87. And we've got 88.12. I'd say above 88.43. Or I'd go below 87.71. Let's look at Coinbase. Coinbase getting pummeled. You can see that there's a bit of a downward wedge, just even with the moving averages right here. All of the big volume is above us. This is not looking very positive. Yeah, you like that idea? Yeah. I'm going to be doing that. Well, I'm going to be setting it up more. Honestly, Julie, did you know we're moving? Moving to Florida? So in the process of selling 3 condos, relocating our house, helping my mom sell her house, relocate to another house, buying a house in Orlando, like all sorts of stuff is going on in a great way. All right, 209 and 207 for Coinbase. Let's look at MicroStrategy. And then I'm going to wrap it up because I got to take a quick little break before I jump on live. So I will be there shortly. All right, MicroStrategy up above 157. Let's do 157.80. Yeah, or below over here, 156.50. That'll give you 50 cents. Below 156, a bigger trade right there. All right, I'm going to wrap it up for today. But before I do, let me give you the link. You can go hang with Mitch. I will be right over there very shortly. Don't just have a good day. Have a great day. Carpe Profit, seize those profits one trade at a time. If you're joining me over in Trade the Pool, I'll be there in just 2 minutes. See you soon.